Okay, so it is actually Friday. Excuse me, I've been having the hiccups really bad for some reason. But it is actually Friday, the 25th, and I am feeling great. Yesterday it seemed like it was the worst of, I have been having hiccups for like the last day. I don't know why, but maybe because I haven't really been eating much because I didn't really have an appetite, and on top of taking the medication, I'm not really sure, but that is the worst of what I'm feeling right now. I'm actually about to iron some clothes, and I mean, I'm walking around, I'm feeling great. I did take my 7 a.m. pills. I took my 4 a.m. So I am on the Oxycontin and what is it, Percocet or something. So maybe that's why, but either way, from the beginning, the medication wasn't really helping with the pain at all. So I don't know if I even need the pain medication right now or if it's just working, but either way, I feel great. So we'll just continue to check the progress and I'll fill you all in. But it is officially the second full day since my procedure, and I'm feeling fine. It's amazing. After the torturous day 1, day 2, we're good to go. So I'll keep y'all posted. Bye. Alright, good morning everyone. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, and I am on the way to my 1-week follow-up appointment. So I'm headed back to my initial location because the location where the procedure actually took place was at a separate location. So now I'm going back to the initial location where I had the consultation and talked to the doctors and all that stuff, and it's my 1-week follow-up. So I'm not sure what all that entails or why it couldn't have been a virtual visit or something like that, considering they know you're on medication. They tell you not to drive, but then they want you to come during the week for a follow-up. So hopefully it's more than just the general questions. But we shall see. Once I know, you all will know, and I will follow up with you afterwards. And hopefully I can get some footage inside the actual meeting, so maybe you can hear from the doctor exactly what's going on with me and what they think and how I'm feeling and everything like that. So we'll see, but either way, you'll know. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone. So I hope everybody is having a great day, great night, great week. I wanted to come on really quickly because if you have watched any of my videos from the UFE procedure, the fibroid embolization procedure, I wanted to let you know that shortly after the procedure, I got pregnant. So the whole point of me getting the procedure was to prepare for pregnancy, you know, in about a year's time, because they tell you to wait about a year. But in my case, I wasn't aware that it would happen so quickly, and about, let's see, I got the procedure in June, July, August, September, October, November. About 5 months later, we got pregnant. So the updates on the actual procedure halted, obviously. There was actually an engagement, and then found out I was pregnant. So the updates stopped, and I actually stopped even going to my follow-up appointments because I just didn't feel the need anymore, I guess. And especially because they weren't really doing any updates to where there would be an ultrasound or another MRI, something that I could invasively see changes. The follow-up appointments were basically, how are you feeling? Do you have any side effects? Things like that. So I opted to just have verbal follow-ups over the phone, because I told them, you know, you're about an hour away from me. Do I have to come into the office? And things like that. And especially, I mean, when you actually step foot into the office, that's when they want to bill you again. So I was like, if it's just going to be questions, I'll answer those over the phone, because I just didn't feel the need to drive nearly an hour for a 15-minute question and answer session. So I opted to do those over the phone, and then after a while I just stopped once the proposal and then following the news of the pregnancy. So I just had a lot of other things on my mind. So I now will be sharing my updates about the pregnancy, because hopefully it'll help somebody out there, because I do have multiple fibroids. My fibroids range from micro size fibroids to about grapefruit or so size. I've been told that my uterus was like the size of somebody 20 weeks pregnant. So I'm not sure on a scale of 1 to 10, you know, what my case is. I would have guessed that I'm probably around the middle as far as fibroid size or amount, or you know, things like that, because I know some women only have like one fibroid, or they only know of one fibroid, to some women have fibroids the size of a full term baby, you know. A couple of doctors over the years have told me, like when they feel my fibroids or whatever, they're like, oh, you know, this is so common. And I've worked on patients whose belly was the size of a woman 9 months pregnant, because her fibroids, you know, were, you know, 39 weeks or 38 weeks. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not sure where I fall, but either way, I know pre-pregnancy and now pregnancy, I have a lot of questions regarding not just my fibroids, but what could happen post procedure. I had the UFE procedure, 5 months went by, I'm now pregnant, and so I'm not sure in this amount of time if the fibroids had time to shrink at all, had time to completely go away at all. I have no knowledge of that information at this time. Now, I did get a sonogram, well, a printout, I'm sorry, after an ultrasound of like my main 7 or so fibroids. And this was about, when was this? A couple of months back. So it's been post-pregnancy news. So I will locate that information and update you on the next video and compare it to my fibroid size information that I had pre-pregnancy, so I can see and share if the size changed at all with those main big fibroids that could be seen on the actual ultrasound. Now, if you're watching any of my older videos, I mentioned that with the MRI, they could see a lot more, but they are smaller in size, maybe even microscopic. So the fibroids that were picked up on the ultrasound, they're like the main ones, you could say. So when I locate that information, I will share it in my next video so that we can all see if there was any change at all after the procedure. And I will update you along the way if there is a chance that I could receive any more fibroid updates throughout the pregnancy, to know if they're shrinking, if they're staying the same size, if they're growing. So I will share that as well. And I'm trying my best to stay away from foods that feed fibroids, because estrogen feeds fibroids. And although I had the procedure to cut off the blood supply, the hormones, the estrogen, all those things could still feed them, from what I'm told. So things like soy, dairy, sugar, alcohol for when you're not pregnant. Obviously, there's none of that going on pregnancy, but if you're not pregnant and you're knowing about fibroids or learning about fibroids, alcohol is a main thing that feeds them, along with the dairies, the sugars, the soy, and a few other things. So I'm trying to stay away from those things during this pregnancy, just to not exacerbate the fibroids themselves. So as I learn and as I get more informed and as I'm having any kind of effects, I will share that with you. So hopefully it might help in your journey as well. So as of right now, I am 4 months pregnant. I will be 17 weeks this week, actually, the week of March 1st. I will be 17 weeks. And actually, I have had like little to no symptoms at all. Besides in the first month and a half, besides in the first month and a half, I had tender breast, majorly so. And then that went away. The only thing that had stuck around this whole time is me being tired. When I say fatigue, low energy, no energy, napping on a daily basis, I mean all of that. Like COVID for one thing, affected my sleeping patterns. Just being in the house and being on lockdown, things like that would affect my sleep and make me maybe nap a couple of times a week, but not every day. But pregnancy, I need a nap during the day, most times. Sometimes I don't. But besides that, I have not had any nausea. I've had a bout with nausea twice now, and I think both times it was based on what I'd eaten. And one time I ate an apple in the morning for breakfast, and I was dancing around and I vomited. And another time it was a similar situation. So other than that, in 4 months, I have not had the nausea, not had the morning sickness, no aches, no pains. Let's see. My gums have started to bleed. I heard that was a side effect, and that has just started in the past about 2 weeks. I've had bleeding gums a little bit. My sense of smell still seems the same. It's not expanded in any way that I can tell. What else? I'm sleeping fine. Yeah, I mean, it's been great. Like, it's been good. So, you know, I know everybody is different. I know everybody has a different story with their pregnancy. All I know is these first 4 months for me has been pretty breezy, besides the sleeping. But other than that, I haven't felt any kicks yet. I know some women feel kicks like starting as early as like 14, 15, 16 weeks maybe, but the norm is about 20 weeks or so. So I haven't felt any kind of flutters, kicks, anything like that. I have not had any pain with my fibroids. The frequent urination, of course, comes with fibroids and the pregnancy, but for me, it's been about the same as pre-pregnancy. And I did try exercising in a few of the positions that I was doing pre-pregnancy, like the leg lifts or the planks, things like that. That had gotten easier for me after the procedure. I don't know if it's the fibroids or the baby, whatever it is, those are back to being more difficult for me. But other than that, really, I have no complaints. So as I move along in this journey, I will take you along with me. And if you have any questions or anything that you want me to touch on, or if you have any stories of your own that you'd like to share, or any YouTube videos that helped you, or any home remedies that helped you, please let me know. Please put the info in the comments. anything that will help all of us as a whole learn more about fibroids themselves, fibroids with pregnancy, and things like that. So I'm going to take you along with me, so maybe it'll help. I hope it does. That's the whole point. And until next time, I will update you as I go. So until then, I pray everybody's having a great day, and see you soon.
We recording again?